Well, whether the police should be armed has led lots of you to comment on our Facebook page. Some, like Candice Edwards, agree with Mr Beshinowski, saying that the police relying on the good relationships with the community is too risky and that they should protect themselves.
Actually, though, the majority of you seem to disagree, quoting surveys of police officers themselves which say they don't want to be armed. Melanie Jeffrey says, would those two police officers' lives have been saved if they'd had a firearm? I doubt it.
Well, Mike Pannett's with us now, a former police officer here in Yorkshire and in the Metropolitan Police as well. Paul Beshinowski there, Mike, calling for police to be routinely armed. Do you agree?
Well, I don't agree. I can understand what he's saying there, of course, because it's very raw to him and very emotional to him as well. But I think the general feeling and consensus of police officers, nationally, is one where they police by consent, and I think that is absolutely very important. But what I do think is important, and I'm certainly not for the routine arming of our police service, I think what we've got to be doing is to make sure that if police officers do require some firearms support, and especially, in Yorkshire we've got a huge rural community as well, and getting from one side and through busy towns into the rural communities can take time. So I think we need to look at very closely what the response times of getting officers. And on the flip side of the coin, I think the criminal justice system needs to be seen to be more robust for not only people who are carrying illegal firearms, Phil, but for people who are carrying knives as well, because that's just as big a threat.
Is there a danger, though, if police officers did carry arms, would that invite, if you like, or encourage the criminal fraternity to tool up themselves, so we'd have an escalation of the number of firearms on the streets?
Well, I think that's a real serious possibility, and of course, that's something that we've been working for, to make sure that that sort of thing doesn't happen, and that, as we are known, we're the envy of the world for the way we police in this country. They look to the British Police Service and the English and Wales Police Service as being the finest frontline police service in this country, and I think it's a big step to suddenly arm everybody, and I think the police themselves don't want to police. They talk to people, and I think that's very important. We don't want to militarise our police service, something that we've worked so hard to be members of the community, because we police from the community, and a lot of the officers come from the very communities they serve, which is vital.
OK, Mike Pannett, many thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks, Phil.